Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. You got it all? How much it cost you? You bound to fall, them demons caught you. Back against the wall, it's you gotta talk to. Just look how far it brought you. Went from breaking laws to taking losses. Thought I had a shot, but it was just an offshoot. With extra gas to take me off route.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl FineDiam, and we are back with episode 5 of the Price of Fame. New update, new save file, new episode. But before we jump in, I have to remind you to follow me on Canvas. Any properties, Zois I created, you can download from there. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. I will be going live there soon. And I want to talk to you guys in real time. I'll also be streaming on YouTube as well, but I prefer Twitch, so follow me there. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, turn on your notifications so you are the first to know when a new episode, new video in general, drops. But anyways, I'm really excited for you guys to see this new episode. I really took my time to add even more lore into the save file. I can't help myself, guys. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be really good. It was worth the wait. Enjoy episode 5, guys. Bye. So we're gonna start off with Michael again for this episode. And where we left off, he had just finished performing a really successful robbery. And right now he's itching for another one. So last time we were here, we had gotten some low tier information, but this time we're gonna get some intermediate information, and that's 2K, and he only has $3,600 left, so it's really important that this goes well, and we'll see if it does. The select shop ranked #1 for sales in Bliss Bay. Nook's select shop focuses on designer goods. Nothing in Bliss Bay really compares when it comes to daily sales. There are jewelry boxes and display cases everywhere, but here's the one that matters. Word is the manager stacks thick envelopes of cash in the locked safe inside the second floor office. Get distracted looting a register and you'll only take part of the cut. You'll have to crack that safe for a big score. That should be set up. Let's take a look at the schedule. That is scheduled for Friday morning at 12. So we'll get back to him then. Okay, it's 12 a.m. and Michael is ready to do another robbery. Let's pick the door lock. And hopefully this is quick and doesn't take too long. Okay. Will he get in? Let's see. Okay. I think we're good. Oh my gosh. Okay, can we try again, sir? Let's do that again. This is bad. From failing to pick a locked door, the police are going to show up at this rate. You definitely messed something up. You're completely flustered. Okay, I'm going to need you to lock in, Michael. We're already down 30 minutes. Ooh, we're in. Yes. Okay, so we need to get around the security cameras. So let me first turn off his autonomy because I don't need him moving anywhere that I didn't tell him to. So let's start here first. Go ahead. So if I remember correctly, they said there was a safe upstairs. I don't even want to risk stealing money here because there's security cameras. So we're just going to try and sneak in around. Like, this is tough though. Is this still going to capture him? Please don't. Oh, okay. They give us some wiggle room. There's some wiggle room. And let's fast travel here. And then let's move here. All right. We're moving good. We're moving well. Let's move here. And then let's go upstairs. So where is this? Oh, there is the safe. So let's fast travel here. Let's run up because there's no cameras here, right? Yeah, there's not. All right, we have about an hour left to get this done. So let's see. We're going to pick the door lock. Come on, Michael, first try. Oh, I like how when you zoom in, you can tell that it's like super dark. First try, Michael. Don't play with me. We don't got the time. And we're in. Okay, first try. Good job. Large safe. We're going to open the safe. I don't know how long that's going to take, but hopefully it goes smoothly. Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, Michael. Okay, he didn't get it. We're going to try again. Why won't it open from failing to open the safe? Maybe it's because the safe was so old, but all it did was hurt your hands. Trying to force it open just piles on the frustration. Okay. We still have about an hour left. Oh, he opened it. He opened it. Yes. What you get? 11K? Oh, from opening a safe. You cracked open the safe and found a much better reward than expected. You're excited to have stumbled upon something this good. Nah, 11K is crazy. Honestly, bro, I mean, we might as well. We have time. We have time. Wait, is there room here? Like, is it gonna, let's just take the risk. Okay, we're good. Steal. Let's go. Come on, Michael. In and out, period. $35. Nah, he just made bank. This alone, he's gonna be feeling super confident. Like, oh my gosh. Michael's probably gonna say, like, this is too easy. I could do this. In fact, he's gonna start getting a little cocky about it. He's like, you would think they'd put better security for a place that has that much money to steal, right? I don't know. It might start catching up to him, but maybe not today. Don't touch anything now. Okay, don't trigger nothing. Okay, move here. Move here. We're almost out, y'all. Oh, he's hyped. Look at him. Look at, bro. Do not trigger the fucking. Nah, him jumping up. Okay. I know you're excited. Let's not trigger the alarm. Thank you so much. And we did it. Go home. We're done. He now has 16K and he's feeling like the man. Bag full. From breaking into a small safe, you got way more than you expected all at once. Looking at your stuffed bag makes your heart race. It feels like you could buy anything you want today. So the first thing that he's gonna do is invest in stocks again. Even though the last time he did it, it actually didn't turn out too good for him. In his mind, the crime is just gonna be like a jumping point into legitimate money, secure money. And he's like, I'm not gonna do this forever. I just need to make money off the money that I'm stealing. And then it'll be legit. Okay, so we're gonna send him to sleep for now because tomorrow he is gonna be visiting Janet. Okay, so we are now in the Daniels household where we have Clara, Bella's sister, and Miss Victoria Daniels. This is the matriarch. Victoria takes no shit from anybody, but more than anything, she loves her daughters. Like, they are her world. So like you guys already know, Clara owns a cafe, but she's also an aspiring writer, which is basically the backstory behind why the cafe is called Pour and Prose. It's like a bookstore slash writing cafe that she's very passionate about, but she really does want to be an author. So this is a typical morning for them. Victoria always makes her baby some breakfast before she heads into work and, you know, does her managing. Just to emphasize, Victoria loves her girls down. Like, can we talk about how many pictures she has up in the house? This is Clara for her prom. This is Bella for her prom. I'm not gonna lie, they ate down. They look good. Okay, and this is a picture you guys have already seen in the Price household, but yeah, of course she has a big version, you know, 3 generations. This is huge. And then this is actually, you know, Bella and Clara when they were young. And then of course she has a baby picture of her granddaughter Daniela, her first grandchild. She has Bella's first Zoe cover because of course a mother is always gonna have pictures of her girls succeeding in life. And this is a cute candid photo of Clara when she graduated high school. As you can see, that's Victoria taking this snapshot, and this is actually Clara's trophy for being valedictorian. Again, she's super intelligent, super bright. This is Clara when she was doing her valedictorian speech. Then we have Bella and Clara at Bella's most recent birthday party, and of course a picture of Clara just in a photo shoot, just looking bad. And this is actually a photo of Victoria and someone else that I am not going to tell you guys the identity of yet. It's coming though. And then again, another baby picture of Bella, another picture of Victoria, Bella, Dante, and someone else that I don't want to share the identity of yet, but I'm sure you can infer. Again, she's super proud of Clara being valedictorian. She's just glad that Bella actually graduated, that's another story. Then we have a picture of her with Clara for her prom. So remember, Bella is older. We have another picture of baby Daniela, so cute. Another nice photo of Bella and Dante for their high school prom. I'm not gonna lie, they look good together. And lastly, another candid picture of Clara as a child. But anyways, Victoria has learned a lot over the years, and she's super wise, and she's truly grown as a woman, and she tries to instill the lessons that she learned into her daughters. And you know, they don't always listen, particularly Bella, but she loves them nonetheless. They're gonna continue having breakfast, and Clara is really feeling content right now because she just finished reading a book. She always reads a book in the morning, and opening a book instantly calms her heart. The familiar words gently wrap around her. You know, she is just a bookworm. So she's going to head to the cafe now, and we're going to drive her there. So now Clara is in her car driving to the cafe. So the inZOI team has made driving so much smoother and responsive. Okay, she's going a little fast, but it's like so smooth, and like the physics looks so much better. But yeah, it's just a really short drive. And so she is now at the cafe. Look how responsive the car is in the physics. It looks so much better than what it was before. I can't wait for them to continue developing this. I love driving to places manually, and it's just okay, let me stop before I get into a car accident. Anyway, let's park the car. Okay, so they just opened, and Clara is just clearing out some of the stuff that was left overnight. And of course, Janet has the opening shift, and she's here, and she's just doing a little bit of cleaning before people arrive. So Clara is not against getting her hands dirty and, you know, helping with restocking. She works really well with Janet, and they're pretty good friends. And then Janet is getting the little snack items ready. They sell croissants and donuts and muffins. So something Clara also likes to do first when she gets to her cafe is go into the little writing office that she has here and finish writing her book. So she's writing something called The Lion and the Rose, and it's a fantasy book, and she's really dabbling into different genres and basically figuring out what genre she wants her first book to be. So we might not publish this one, but she's gonna keep trying and figure out what really makes her comfortable, you know? So while Clara continues working on her book, I want to introduce you guys to someone else who is just arriving, and this is Olivia. Olivia is Clara's girlfriend. They have been together for a very long time. The only thing is, no one in Clara's family knows Olivia or even knows that Clara's dating. She's been really hush hush about their relationship, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that this is her first queer relationship, and she's also introduced her family to a lot of her other relationships, and they just never turned out well. Actually, they turned out pretty bad, and she's kind of scarred from that. So she wants to keep this relationship close to her heart. Immediately, Olivia's gonna go to the writing room, and she already knows that's where Clara is. That's where she always is. And she's gonna give her a nice peck, like, hey baby, how are you? Oh, they're so cute. So Olivia is actually a professional photographer. Her muse is, of course, the love of her life, Clara. But something that's been on Olivia's mind is she wants to meet Clara's family. She thinks it's time. She wants to know her mother and her sister and everybody in between. And she's going to kind of touch on that today. She's like, we've been together for about almost a year now. I think it's time, because I'm sure about you, and I'm pretty sure you're sure about me. So I'm not getting what the holdup is. So she's going to hold her hands and tell her this. Olivia is particularly gentle with Clara. She doesn't like conflict. She doesn't like fights. So she is going to gently say, babe, I think it's time. And Clara is already feeling shy about it. She's like, I don't know. But Olivia is going to be reassuring and comforting. She's just such a good partner. And I think she's going to continue the conversation by asking about Clara's views on marriage. I see us getting married in the future, and I hope that you do too. This is why this is so important to me, you know? Okay? I dream of a marriage where we respect each other's time. Okay, that was a little shady, no? Okay, I think Clara is feeling a little pressured, and she's like, I want to introduce you to my family when I feel comfortable, and I want you to kind of respect my timeline about it, you know? And of course, Olivia's gonna kind of catch this, but again, Olivia is not a confrontational person. She's very patient. And, I think she's going to just take that with a grain of salt and just continue to comfort and show Clara that she's on her side. You know what I mean? So she's going to go ahead and show some affection. Oh, it's so cute. She's like, relax, we're good. I just want you to know how important you are to me. And that means me knowing your family is important to me. And then she's going to promise that her feelings will never change. Like, I know that we're endgame. I just want to make sure that you feel the same way too. She got a little shady. So I think she's going to pledge her eternal love. Oh, this is cute. And give her a kiss on the forehead. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, that's enough with them. So we'll see if Clara gives in and, schedule some time for Olivia to meet her mother. Okay, and right downstairs, guys, we actually have Michael here. Like I said, he was going to come and visit Janet, even though he just finished robbing a store a little earlier this morning. But he's going to visit her, and immediately he jumps into talking about daily life. How are you doing? Like, talk to me. And, Janet, she's working. You know how you're working. You're really not trying to talk to somebody, but she indulges him, So they're going to continue to talk about life. And I think he's going to showcase his charm a little bit, even though he doesn't really have any. But again, he's really trying to impress her. Oh, it kind of worked. Okay, Michael. So she is actually going to debate art with him. And the reason why she's going to do that is that she is an artist. She is not a professional painter. She's an aspiring painter. And she actually has an exhibition coming up that she's telling him about. But the thing is, if you look on the lower right, her funds are a little tight. And she really wants to impress the people coming, and she wants to get a new outfit, and she's worried about being able to do that. So I think she's going to go ahead and talk about her goals and, things she wants to see happen for herself in her artistry. I don't know why this guy is just sitting in the middle of them, but we're going to ignore it. And I think in the middle of this conversation, I think Michael's going to come up with a bright idea and say, I'll take you shopping. Matter of fact, I'll take you to get your hair done too. Like, I know that you say that this exhibition of yours is sometime next week, so let's make it a date, And remember, Janet is already feeling really insecure about what she's going to wear to this event. She really wants to impress the people that's there, that's going to see her art. So I think she'll actually say yes to this date idea, especially if he's going to be footing the bill. Okay? I know that's right. I think we asked her out on a date. See? Oh, she said yes. Okay. Let's do shopping date. And let's meet at Nook Select Shop. Yes, the place he just robbed. Hey. Okay, Janet accepted a date invitation with excitement. Janet looks noticeably happy. It seems like spending time with me had a positive effect. Okay, so he's really starting to feel himself. Now, again, I still don't think Janet is really seeing him as someone long-term for her. But if you about to offer to not only pay for my outfit for an event that's super important to me, but also pay for me to get my hair done, I'm not going to say no to that. So I guess this kind of works out. Will she really fall for him? I don't know. And will Dante be able to keep up the facade that he's doing well in life and he got it like that? I don't know. We'll see. And Janet is going to be super grateful. And I think she's going to give him a hug. And I know Michael is like, he's playing it cool right now. But this just made his day. I'm telling you right now, this just made his day. Boom. Love struck. Oh my gosh, how pathetic. Let's see. From physical affection, your heart raced as you faced them up close and expressed your feelings. Nothing could feel better than this. It's a date. Just thinking about spending a wonderful time with them makes your heart race. I mean, you discuss the world of art, reflecting on the many artistic elements around us sparks a natural curiosity to learn. Oh, this is cute. Maybe we can set up like a painting date. That'd be so cute. We should do something like that next. And then even the conversation that they had about her goals, you know, and he listened and began to feel like she wasn't working toward a simple goal. You feel motivated to try something new yourself. So her like really trying to make it into the art space is inspiring him, but will he get a job? The world may never know. So we are now at the gym with Dante. So today he's decided to go back to the Core Wave Health Spa and, you know, lift some weights. It's a little too hot to work out outdoors today, so he's heading to the gym and he is going to do some lat pull downs and, you know, just get a sweat going. Try to get his mind off the chaos that's going on right now and the tabloids. Y'all, it's not looking good for Bella. It's not looking good for her. I gotta be honest. Oh, but who's this? Who's this that's here? Miss Leah Jacobs. So if you remember Leah, we were first introduced to her back when Dante was working outside on the beach and she was doing her yoga thing, but clearly it's too hot today. So she's also indoors working out and he just saw her, didn't really get a chance to speak with her, but just saw her singing her butt off at Eliza's newest lounge. And he's going to take this opportunity to talk to her, like now. So keep in mind, Leah is seeing the same tabloids that everybody else is seeing. So she knows something is going on between him and Bella. And she does find Dante really attractive. And she also really wants to break into the music industry. So she's going to give him her number and she's going to start networking because my girl's trying to make it big, okay? So whatever this kind of turns into, she is open to it. In the event that him and Bella do separate. She does have standards, y'all. She has standards. So he's going to actually just jump into cracking some jokes because that's how he got her number the first time around. So he's going to make some jokes. He's going to share his workout routine, of course. He's like, you know, I should be your personal trainer. Like he's just, again, remember his charm is like 10 out of 10. So girls just melt for whatever he says and how he says it. They've been walking around the gym, talking together, working out together. And I think Leah's going to kind of shoot her shot in the business aspect and talk about their synergy and be like, I've listened to your music and I think we can make great music together. She's going to talk about their synergy and, you know, let's see how he responds. He's like, you think so? I'm down. Okay. So they're really hitting it off. So Leah is going to go ahead and talk about goals. She's going to tell him all about her plans, the type of artist she wants to be, the type of shows she wants to sell out, you know? So as you can see, she is super thrilled right now. This is crazy that this is happening right now. She can tell that he's kind of feeling her. And again, she finds him attractive and she's starting to see this as a really mutually beneficial relationship. And I think he's going to follow this up by doing a small act of kindness. I want to feature you in my next album. Let's do it. Let's get in the studio. Let's work on something together. And she's like, yes. Oh, she's excited. He's excited. It's a date. While their romance isn't particularly high because they haven't really pushed in that business relationship is definitely building. And I think he sees her as a friend now. And I think he'll just go ahead and ask them to become your colleague. I really want to work with you. I think we can make some magic together. Now, in the back of Dante's head, he's also like, I don't mind smashing either. But that will come later. And Leah is all the way down. She is cheesing. She's blushing. She just feels really good with this conversation right now. Okay, Miss Leah, it is a pleasure and I look forward to working with you. Ooh, Dante, as someone reliable for a handshake, thinking of Leah Jacobs makes me smile without even trying. The moments we shared come back to me and it makes me feel good. Okay, so it seems like Dante is the one falling for Leah. I guess we'll see where this leads us. Okay, Dante, time for you to go home. Now we're with Noemi Hopkins. If you guys remember, she's the person working with Eliza to start her own podcast. So she is currently a staff reporter and she loves journalism and she loves what she does. But at the same time, she's not looking to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of her life. So Noemi actually has a meeting with Bella after work today. And Bella called her and Bella's like, look, I know you know so much about journalism and like PR, and I just need help figuring out how to get in front of this tabloid horror story. So again, she is being accused of cheating on Dante with Preston. So Noemi knows it's not true, but Eliza told her to try and see if she can get Bella to come into the podcast and set her up a little bit with some questions, and it would be the best first episode ever. And it could really help with your numbers. So Noemi's mission is to get Bella on her podcast. Let's see. Okay, so we were at Cafe Mar with Bella and Noemi. And as you can see, Bella is sad. This is really starting to get to her. The comments, the tweets, the attention. It's just too much. And she feels no support from Dante, who's basically ignoring her. She just wants to fix this. I'm gonna have Noemi conduct a journalistic investigation. And hey, I need to make sure you have your story straight. True, false, your story needs to be straight. That's first and foremost. So let me walk you through some of your talking points. And she's not talking about the podcast yet. She's just basically prepping her so that she will be more inclined to say yes. You know what I mean? Oh, she even took out a recorder. Hold on. And Bella's really appreciative. This is actually a good type of... Oh, look, Bella said this has been more fun than I expected. I'm feeling a little more confident about how I present my story. You've given me some good pointers, how to answer a particular question, how not to. Noemi is just really encouraging her to see her as a friend that has her back, that wants to see her succeed and be okay. If you want to end this shitstorm, you have to take control of your narrative. And I know exactly how you're going to do it. And Bella is still feeling a little sad, but she's listening to her and seeing what she has to say and what she really is implying here. I know it's hard to hear, but I can help you take control of this. And I don't think Bella's going to respond well to this. That's why you wanted to quote unquote help me. And that kind of sets Bella off. So she's now annoyed. So boiling inside, the unpleasant feeling remained even after the conversation was over, putting you on edge. And then on top of that, it says stand off with a smile. You're smiling on the outside, but neither of you are budging. There's a weird tension in the air. Bella is going to say they aren't in the mood for conversation. She's like, you know what? I regret even coming here. Why did I even ask you for your help? This is a ridiculous idea. I'm not coming on your podcast and making a spectacle of the worst time of my life. And she's going to express discomfort about this whole thing. You really think I'm stupid? So now keep in mind, guys, Bella is a retired crash out. And maybe not retired, but nonetheless, so she's really getting worked up about this. And I think by that point, Noemi is going to act very cold towards her and say, whatever, I was trying to help you. You know what, girl? Whatever. You're on your own. I tried to help you. And she's like, girl, like, that's not helping me. All right. And I think at that point, the conversation will be done. So Bella's going to go home and just try to figure this out herself. Noemi, however, has to share the bad news with Eliza, who will not be happy to hear that she wasn't able to secure this interview. Okay, so we are now at Eliza's lounge and Noemi is here to break the bad news. And I think Noemi is going to start off with a light joke. She's a bit afraid of Eliza, so she's going to try and soften it a little bit. Let's see. And initially, Eliza's going to respond well, but she's immediately going to just jump into gossip and be like, so, did you talk to Bella? What did she say? And then, of course, we're going to hit an awkward point in the conversation. this girl started acting crazy and said no to me. So I see Eliza, disguising an insult as advice when she tells her this. She'll say something like, look, I'm just being real with you. You're not as persuasive as you think you are. So that was my fault for even giving you this task in the first place. I'll solve this. Nasty. Oh, so she is feeling amused. Cosplaying as advice. You gave them some heartfelt advice. Well, it wasn't advice, just some things you've been dying to say. But she is also boiling inside. She is pretty unhappy with the fact that she wasn't able to secure Bella onto her podcast and is not convinced she even tried hard, to be honest. So she's going to continue to criticize Noemi. Oof. Yikes. Not her scratching her neck like, damn. So as you guys can see, even after all of these negative interactions, Noemi is still feeling pretty positive. And this is just the type of person she is. So she's just going to go home and ignore Eliza and let her deal with it. Eliza is actually going to head home and contact Dante immediately and say, we need to meet urgently, because she just came up with a bright idea. So she just contacted Dante to let him know to come over ASAP. So Dante, of course, comes because, he's kind of in a position where he can't piss Eliza off. She is doing way too much for his career right now, buying billboards, the marketing, his streams are up. So while he is getting kind of tired of her, he also understands that he needs to keep her happy for the time being. And then eventually he can drop her and just ride the wave that she initiated. Eliza is immediately going to jump into, I need you to get ahead of this media storm that is happening right now because of your wife's infidelity. Now, at this point, Dante does not think Bella was cheating, but at the same time, he kind of has to play along. She's like, we need to get ahead of this. I want you to be a household name, and we're going to have to disconnect you from this and use it to your advantage. It's not going to be pretty, but your marriage is in shambles anyway. So what's the point? Now, is Eliza pushing this because she wants them to get divorced so she can have them all to herself? Absolutely. But she can't make it that obvious, right? So she is going to push on the idea that Bella is going to hurt his brand. So she's going to give him advice and say, look, I have this podcast coming up. You should be the first person on there, and I need you to speak your side of the story. And Dante is feeling kind of focused. He's immersed in this conversation. He's thinking, maybe she does have a point. Maybe I should get ahead of this. I haven't really said anything about it. Maybe I make a song about it. Maybe the release of the song coincides with when the podcast comes out. But then at the same time, he's remembering the fact, what about Daniela? She's young. The kids got phones. This might hurt her. I don't know if this is the right move. One thing about Eliza is that she doesn't like being told no. She does not take no for an answer. So the fact that Dante's even leading into saying, you know what, maybe this is not the best choice, let's just see what she does. She's already, so now they're starting to arguing back and forth. He's like, hold on, I need to think about this. Now he's like, girl, you gotta relax. Hold on. And Eliza feels very strongly again about doing this. So she is going to express disappointment. Like, I can't believe you don't trust me. I can't believe you are not even hearing me out. I have already helped you significantly with your career. Maybe you don't want my help anymore. So she's going to express disappointment. She's going to say they've changed. Yeah, so he is not messing with this conversation. But at the same time, he's not trying to piss her off. He needs her money. So as you can see, he's feeling lethargic about the conversation. As soon as the conversation ended, you found yourself wanting some quiet time alone with the emptied mind. He's just like, yo, I don't even want to continue this conversation with this girl right now. So he's gonna do what he does best. He's gonna distract her with some charm. He is going to hold her hands and say, look, I hear you. I really care about you, and I appreciate everything you've done for my career. And look at her, just falling apart. She can't even stay mad. Dante's so good, y'all. The charisma is crazy. He's immediately softening her up, and he just wants to make her forget about this conversation. So I want you to remember, Dante does not like Eliza like that. I'm gonna make this so clear. But he knows how to be manipulative, and it is imperative that she stays in his corner. So he is going to ask her to become his sweetheart. Now, what I mean by that is he's going to be like, yo, I want us to be locked in. Whatever is going to happen with Bella is going to happen. But you and I need you to trust me on this. Because it's not just Bella, it's Daniela too that I have to worry about. Damn, I'm good at this. I'm not manipulative in real life, I promise y'all. So he's going to ask her, oh.
Yesi?
He's so full of shit. Accepted love confession. She said, I was waiting for you to say that. And you know what he's gonna do? He is gonna seal the deal with this. Now, this is very important we talk about this. I've pondered about where to take this story next. And I think it's only right that they have a wild night. Eliza is going to want to celebrate this. She's going to want to put it on him. And maybe she wouldn't care about him being too careful. So because of that, I'm clicking on suggest having a baby. If it happens, that's not my business. I just want to take a risk and see what happens. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. And then we don't got to worry about nothing. But let's just say, Eliza got a little hot and heavy, and Dante's not going to say no to He's not going to say no to So he's going to go along with it. Well, whatever happens, y'all, okay, it has happened. I am not going to check if she's pregnant or not yet. We're going to let that come up naturally. Dante's going to head home now because he actually has some stuff that he needs to do tomorrow. And we'll worry about the consequences of tonight another day. Okay? All right, guys. It is Saturday morning in the Price household. But not the Price household that you guys are used to. This is David Price. This is Dante's father. And today is a very, very special day for all of them. Today is the anniversary of Faith Price's death. Faith is the mother of Dante, and she was an amazing wife to David. He loved her immensely. This day is really hard for them. David thinks about her every day. Both Dante and David took her death really hard. David lost track of the bills. They were definitely bankrupt at one point. Yep, there we go. Bankrupt head of the household. You tried holding on for your family, but ended up with empty pockets. He did get out of it and eventually become a professor at the university. Dante, who lost his mom while he was a teen, unfortunately dropped out of high school. Well, not dropped out. He was expelled. I say this all to say they loved her dearly. So it was hard on both of them. These are some pictures that we have, and look how good of a couple they were, Faith and David. Faith had such a face card, bro. And the thing about Faith is she was a singer. She is the reason that Dante loves music. she introduced him to instruments and performing, and it's why he does what he does, you know. And then we have this picture of when Dante was a baby. You see David admiring his wife taking care of their child. We have Dante when he was on the football team. This is before his mom passed. We have him as a child already with a mic in hand because of his mom. And then another cute picture of David and Faith. And then we have another picture, family picture there as well. But yeah, this is the anniversary. So Faith's favorite color was pink, so he made sure to have pink on. And he's also making some pancakes. That was her favorite breakfast, just in honor of her. There is a room in this house that is just filled with all of her things. This was her piano that he gifted to her, you know, boxes of her stuff that he just hasn't gotten rid of, and honestly just doesn't have the heart to get rid of them. So they stay in this room, and yeah, this is his humble abode. He no longer lives in the house that they shared. It was just too much. So yeah, that's David, and that's the significance of today. So he has his stack of pancakes, so he's gonna eat that, and then he is going to head over to the flower shop owned by Vanessa's husband and buy some flowers, and they're gonna visit their grave. And by they, I mean Bella, Daniela, and Dante. Okay, so David is here bright and early at the flower shop, and he's gonna talk to Julian and maybe ask him to create a custom basket of flowers for him, just for her. She loved carnations, white, pink, red, so he's gonna ask for that. And I think Julian is gonna, of course, agree and do that for him. So Julian is gonna go ahead and craft a flower arrangement. He's gonna make a carnation flower basket with white, pink, and red, period. Okay, we have a beautiful carnation flower basket, and he's gonna go ahead and add, oh, should we add a joyous or melancholic scent? I mean, it is for something sad, but let's go in the middle. Let's do something calming. Oh, he did such a great job. The price is $720. Damn, the quality is perfect. And we have that calm scent now. As a scent that calms the mind, smelling it reduces negative emotions. Okay, maybe we do need that. I think after hearing why he's getting these flowers, I think Julian gifts it to him for free, because that's just the type of person Julian is. So we're gonna gift it to him, and it's gonna be nice. Gift held item. He's basically gonna say it's free of charge. Please, just my condolences, and I hope you have a peaceful time with your family. You know, he's handing it to him now. And and David is just ecstatic. He's so ecstatic. The scent clears your tangled thoughts. Suddenly everything feels manageable. Oh, so he's going to put that away. And I think he's just going to be really thankful and continue to talk to Julian and tell them more about his story, talk about life. So Julian is insistent about not receiving payment, but David is just not that type of guy. So he's going to leave a nice tip, period. Nice, David. Okay, so Dante, Bella, and Daniela are getting ready to go to the cemetery to meet David. Daniela is just walking on her way into the car. And as you can see, Bella's in here and Daniela's walking in right now. Okay, so Dante and Bella have already agreed to keep it cool today. Faith was someone who was important to Bella as well. She had a really good relationship with his mother. And actually, her mother, Victoria, and Faith were super close. And if you guys remember earlier on in the episode, I showed you a picture of Victoria with someone who I hadn't named, and that was Dante's mother. So, and there we go. Eliza sending a text message. I treasure every day I spend with you. Dante is not going to be answering any text messages from Eliza today. It's not happening. So they've made it to the cemetery. And as you can see, David is already here. So everyone's going to get out. So right now it's showing that Bella is miserable and that someone died. It was an acquaintance. It just happened to happen today. But we're going to ignore that and just assume that she's upset because of the day. Yeah, it worked out that way. David is already right next to his wife's burial site. And it's already decorated so beautiful with all these pink and white flowers. She really did love that color. So we're gonna have them all walk over here as a group. David's waiting for them. And of course he's gonna talk to his granddaughter, and they're all wearing pink in honor of her. And Dante's already showing his respects. Oh no, I didn't even tell him to do this. He just started crying. It still hurts. Oh, Dante. Oh, Daniela. She didn't get to know her grandmother, but I think it's so cute how Daniela looks like she's just admiring all the flowers and just, you know, it is a beautiful gravesite, I gotta say. Oh, Bella. And Bella's still feeling it too. Oh, Bella. Oh. And they're all just like feeling it, but they're appreciating the time they're spending with each other. Daniela, of course, loves her grandfather. And even though she's not really feeling the same emotional burden that everyone else is, she's just happy to see her grandfather, and she's going to talk to him a lot. So David is just going to catch up with his granddaughter, trying to uplift the mood a little bit and indulge her in all of her needs, wants, stories, if you will. I think Dante and his father are going to take some time to talk to each other while they, you know, reminisce. And I think the first thing he's going to do is ask about love. He's going to ask his dad what it felt like to love his mom. What did that feel like? And David is quick with it. He's like, undescribable. She was perfection to me, you know? Dante's going to ask him a little bit about advice. Maybe he's going to bring up the fact that him and Bella haven't been good, and he wants a relationship the same way that, and he wants a relationship that kind of mirrors what he saw his mother and father have. So they're going to have a trust building conversation, and Dante's really going to ask him, how did you do it? It's been so many years since mom has passed and you haven't entertained anyone else. How did you do it? And David is really going to start off with, she's worth the wait. Oh my gosh, Bella's still crying over here. Ugh. David is really going to go into how Dante's mother is worth the wait and continues to be worth the wait. He says to him, he is waiting to meet her in heaven. He's like, when I go, I hope the first person I see is her. And I have no interest in being with anyone else. And I think Dante is going to really admire that. And I think it's really going to make him think about the decisions he's been making and what he wants in his life. Like, that's the type of love he wants. And I wonder if he'll get it. And who knows, maybe he's starting to think me and Bella fell madly in love with each other while we were teens. And the arguments and stuff really started after my mom died. So who knows, maybe he has commitment issues. Maybe he's not a narcissist. Maybe his issues with staying loyal kind of go hand in hand with watching his father go through heartbreak. Am I an unreliable narrator, guys? Who would have thought? So I think this conversation ends with Dante having a eureka moment. He just got the best idea for his album. He's like, I want a song dedicated to my parents' love. And I don't know if I'm going to rap on it or if it should just be like an interlude or just someone singing on a track about a love like this, that a love that's worth the wait. And lucky for him, he knows exactly who he needs to call to get that done. So everyone's back from the cemetery. Daniela is at her grandmother's house and Bella is at her best friend Vanessa's house, hoping that she can cheer her up and just vent, you know, just have some girl chat. But we're gonna spend our time with Dante. Where we last left off, Dante had this amazing idea for his album and he immediately called Leah. He just knows she has the voice that he needs to be on this track and he really likes her. So they're gonna talk. They're gonna talk and he's feeling touched that she even came so fast. Like he's like, wow, thank you. So he's gonna toast to fire music, to new beginnings, to good energy, you know? There is an option to talk behind Sweetheart's back, which we know is Eliza because the spouse is Bella. So we're going to talk behind Sweetheart's back and he's going to confirm like, yeah, I know Eliza's difficult. It's kind of crazy you work for her, but hopefully you won't have to work for her for too long. And I'd love to help you, make a name for yourself. So what Dante didn't tell Leah is that he had a surprise for her. He called someone else to come, and this is Miss Tiffany Peters. And this is actually the person who featured on his breakout hit, Red Light Special. And he's like, yo, Tiffany, let's make another hit. Now, him and Tiffany have history. They had a little fling that Bella found out about. Bella can't stand Tiffany, okay? So Dante was kind of forced to keep his distance. He was trying to make the relationship between him and Bella work out. But now that he's, at this point, he's just preparing for a divorce. He's like, you know what, Tiffany, I need your voice. Get over here. And Tiffany want that old thing back, okay? So she said yes, but with bad intentions. So Leah is actually going to be a little starstruck and just greet with positive energy. She honestly can't believe that Tiffany is in front of her. She's a little uncomfortable because she's like, whoa, I'm around real industry people right now. So they're going to talk, maybe brainstorm about the song. He's going to give them some backstory. And Tiffany's going to be friendly. She doesn't bite. She's going to be friendly. So Leah is going to get started on creating and, play some notes on the piano, trying to feel out some music based on what Dante already told her. And Tiffany and Dante are going to stay out here. And Tiffany is going to immediately put some energy on Dante like, you haven't reached out. What's good? So she's going to show some affection. She's going to question why he hasn't contacted her. And she's going to just push on him pretty hardcore. So Tiffany is ready to address the elephant in the room with Dante like, what happened to us? Because again, she has a major crush on him. So she's going to approach him carefully and let's see how he responds. Okay. So he responded okay to that. He's playing nice. And Leah's not even paying attention. She is just trying to figure out her chords and make the best song ever. So they're going to focus back. I think Tiffany is going to go ahead and start singing. Dante is going to start working his magic and composing some music. And I wonder what they'll come up with. Hey guys, before we get into this one, I just want to give you a quick heads up. So this next cinematic is going to deal with grief, losing a parent, and terminal illness. So if any of those are sensitive topics for you right now, please take care of yourself first and just skip it. And for those of you who choose to continue watching, I am so sorry in advance.
What I always wanted, I could never have it. Gone before I grabbed it, over before it started. No, I could never have it. What I always dreamed of, I could always see us. Shadows in the distance, watching from the fences. But I could never have it. Separate ways, but I think you're worth the wait. 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 I think you're worth the wait. What I never wanted always seems to happen. It's not the way we planned it. Nothing like a picture. But we can still repaint it. I could find someone new. could never be you. I will always be here, no matter what we go through. Time stands still while you're dancing in the darkness. You think we should go our separate ways, but I think you're the way. We vowed we'd be together, come whatever, come with me. And though we're growing old, you're not alone, my heart won't change. Our memories will keep me warm until love calls you home. Worth the wait, worth the wait, worth the wait. I think you're worth the wait. Ooh, worth the wait, worth the wait. I think you're worth the wait.
So they created a bomb song. I think it's a beautiful song. I think it perfectly represents what Dante's father was talking about someone being worth the wait and things not happening the way you imagined. But yeah, I think it was just a beautiful song and I think it fit perfectly. So hopefully he puts this one on his album. He doesn't rap on it, but I think it's worth a spot on the track list. Tiffany is going to end with asking Dante for his number. He actually reached out via social media because part of Dante's agreement with Bella when she first discovered they were having a little thing was that he had to change his phone number. So she's trying to get that phone number again so that she can call him for something else. So Tiffany's under the impression the only reason that he called her was because of everything that was going on in the tabloids about his wife. So she's like, oh, they're totally about to be done. This is free real estate now. So she's going to get that number and then she's going to bounce.
Hashten. Vanite. Hanno Roven. Antu.
Mas for lokon.
Oh.
Sigmul lantaranese.
Oh, Janti. Dolu. Ah, Luma.
This is so sudden. I'm a little caught off guard. He's not trying to give her his number. I think on that note, I think she dips. We're going to roll with it. That's not. Oh, I know why. Here's why. Leah is right there. He's really feeling Leah and he's not trying to turn her off. It's like, oh, wait, he's taken or he has a thing with her. I should push back. You trying to save face in front of Leah. Okay, Dante. So I think on that note, Tiffany is going to head home. She's going to be like, word? Okay. Tell me when you're done mixing the song. I'm bouncing. That just turned her off completely. She was like, okay, understood. Bella is on her way home. Literally right in front of her home, and she sees Miss Tiffany walking out of her house. Tiffany, of course, doesn't see her. But immediately, Bella is livid. And now there's only one thing left to do. She's following this bitch home. She needs to know her address. She's going to be calm. She's not going to announce herself, but she will follow her home. Investigative reasons. Little does Bella know there's somebody else in the house. I love drama. So Bella's going to follow her. Bella's going to keep her distance. She is going to follow her all the way home. Meanwhile, Dante and Leah are getting closer. He's not even thinking about the fact that Bella isn't home yet. He felt more in love with her voice as he was listening to her sing. And he's going to give her a heartfelt hug for coming as soon as he called her, you know?
Mosa.
Ah,
Oh.
Davi.
Jamais sulo.
Oh, 2 rejections? Okay, so so here's the thing though. He has a moodlet here that says new love from wandering heart characteristic. Each new person feels so exciting and captivating. At this rate, you might grow closer to them much faster than expected. She clearly feels like he's moving too quickly. I think we should keep it there. Maybe he just says, you know, say you want to get to know them better. Maybe he apologizes and it's like,
Pecino Madrola.
So
I just,
Finava.
In Quicula.
I think you're a cool person. You're an amazing singer. And I just really want to get to know you.
Kazuli Flip.
Cons. Von.
And I think she's responsive to that, but warns him, don't get too close so quick. I'm not one of those fast girls. Okay, Leah. I respect it. I respect it. And let's check back in with Bella and see where she's at. This is Bella and this is Tiffany. She's following right behind her. She is following right behind her. And here is Tiffany's house. So here's Miss Tiffany walking into her house. And there's Bella. She just watched her walk in her house. And she's going to run inside and figure out what floor she just got off on. You know how the elevator tells you what floor it's on? That little number right here? She knows what floor. She may not know the apartment, but that's not important. We can deduce, right? Now, what Bella is going to do with this information, I have no idea. But that's none of my business or yours. But I know when the time comes, she's going to take care of business. I mean, she's a retired crash out, right? Maybe not. All right. And that's it. Bye, guys. I'm sure this was a long episode, so thank you if you watched all the way to the end. But nonetheless, see you guys in the next one. Bye.